Good evening, people. How's it going? It's Chris Graham here for We Love Betting, talking Polish football once again. Last week was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? Two emphatic defeats for two teams that I told you I was backing. That was really disappointing, but I hope I redeemed myself at the weekend. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll notice on Saturday I tweeted about backing all three outsiders of big prices in Ekstraklasa on Saturday, and hey ho, two of them won at big prices. Unfortunately, Zagwembe couldn't pull off that treble that would have sent me on holiday, but anyway, no, it was a good day. I'm still very confident at the moment when it comes to Polish football. Got three bets for you this week. I'll crack on pretty quickly. Two that I'll go into great detail about. I'll start with a game on Saturday night at 7:30 kick-off between Lech Poznan at home to Rook Hozov, 5th against 7th in the table. And I've got to be with Rook Hozov here when I see prices like 4 to 7 being bandied about for Lech Poznan, which is extraordinary. For me, just checking the table, starting my research this evening, I was amazed to see Lech Poznan in the top 5, because for me they've had a wretched season, an inconsistent, disappointing season. This is coming from a man who actually backed them at the start of the season and won the title. So they've been hugely disappointing for me, and I really feel for the manager, whether he'll still be in a job come Christmas, I don't know. But only once this season they managed to win back-to-back games, and that was in September. They've lost at home to Pogoń, they drew 0-0 with Popaskidze at the bottom of the table, they lost 2-0 at Jagiellonia recently on Halloween. And every time you think they're getting back into a good position to challenge a game, which I think we all want as Polish football fans, they let you down. So I just cannot trust Lech Poznan at all. And they're up against a side at the moment who no one's really talking about, but are having an absolutely amazing run at the moment. And that's Rook Hozov. Just one win in their first 8 games this season put them in trouble. They just avoided relegation last year. I think we all thought, hey ho, this has got to happen again, relegation. But since then, 4 wins from 7, unbeaten in the last 8 games, the top of the form table as well, and they've jumped up to 7th in the table. I made the grave error of opposing them last week against Corona, and they won 4-1, made a real fool of me, definitely, and fair play to them. They've also taken 10 away points in the last 12, and it's they are the form side out of these two teams without any doubt. They're 5-1 to win this game. That you might be surprised, and that's just not quite enough to tempt me here to win outright. So I'm actually getting involved with a double chance, or I'm laying Lech Poznan, whatever way you want to look at it. 75 that Rook Hozov gets summoned from this game, and I think looking at the form, and that's very possible. You have to think that Lech Poznan are definitely capable of beating this side comfortably, but they've just been so inconsistent and so hard to track and have faith in this year that I think it's worth giving the informed side in Poland a chance here, and that's what I'm doing on Saturday night, definitely. Let's move on to Sunday, 2:30 kick-off at Śląsk Wrocław against Korona Kielce, 8th against 13th in the table. And I've called Śląsk Wrocław right most of this season. They've made me money for most of the season, generally by opposing them. And that's what, again, I'm doing on Sunday, despite the fact they've won 2 games in a row. But when you look closely, they've just beaten the bottom side, Popaskidze, and the terribly out of form Lechia Dansk. So it's, fair play to them, but I'm not that impressed. They're up against Corona, who are impressing me at the moment. And I think once again, for the second week running, they let me down last week, but I think they're worth chancing at big odds here at the moment. 3 wins in the last 5, including a 2-1 win on Saturday against the much heralded Cracovia, who had a great season, promoted club up in the top 5. They beat them, though, burst their bubble big time at big odds. Like I said, I backed them on Saturday for that. They're just a side I like backing them now, because they're always big prices and they're always fighting, and I think they've not had a bad result now for, well, sorry, apart from last Thursday, but apart from that, they've not had a bad result for 6 or 7 weeks, and I think they are one of the form signs in Poland. And I'm sort of going on reverse here for what I was saying in bet 1, because the double chancing is too short here. It's just a shade of odds again. So with that in mind, I'm getting involved on them to win the match outright, because we've seen Śląsk lose to Cracovia, we've seen Śląsk lose to Zawisza, which I put up here a week and a half ago. So I'm always looking to post Śląsk Wrocław at big prices, and that's what I'm doing again on Sunday. 92 Corona, thank you very much. I'll take some of that, and very quickly, because I'm realising we're picking on here. Just a game just to be aware of on Sunday at 5 o'clock. Widzew, which against Legia Warsaw. You know, Legia top of the table, best team in Poland, been through all this. But Widzew, a team I like, back in at home, and again, they paid out for me on Saturday. I backed them at home at a big price and they didn't let me down. They're nearly 5-1 to win here at home against Legia. That's just worth talking about, because Legia, no win in the last 3 games away from home. Just be wary of that. Widzew having a terrible season in the bottom 3, but in 5th place in the home table. So they always raise their game this season and last season on home turf. And when you get nearly 5-1, I think it's worth just taking a look at on Sunday. If you have a nice day on Saturday, if I have a nice day on Saturday, I'll be getting involved with that on Sunday, that's for sure. My 2 main bets are Rook Holzhoff to avoid defeat against Lech Poznan on Saturday night at 7:30. Corona Kielce to beat Slons on Sunday at 2:30. And just a you know, and maybe I might just back this, you know, Widzew Łódź at home to Legia Warsaw on Sunday at 5 o'clock. That's nearly 5-1, and that interests me. Anyway, have a great weekend, guys.